Hold on. Damn, you ain't gonna be. Yeah, that's how it is. Like that. Yeah. Malia. I want you to be able to see like. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it usually happens. Copy.
All right. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honors, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakar Kadash.
Double honors to the apostle, elders, and great millstone who taught us his truth. Honors and salutations to the elect, to the men that died doing the work of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and the shut of us first. To the men, women, and children that believe on the true name of the Father and the Son, which the Father's name is Yahweh, he exists. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai, he is the deliverer, because he's coming to deliver us out of this captivity that we're in. All right, it's the Church of Philadelphia, once again, back on the highways and hedges, just going into prophecy. Right now, man, the times and prophecies are rolling, man. It's getting very interesting, man. And then, we're at the beginning of Jacob's trouble, where you're seeing the gas prices skyrocket. I think the average on a national basis is about $5 a gallon. Then you got and they talk about it going up higher than that. You got a shortage of formula for the babies. Matter of fact, it's even they saying it's a shortage of breast milk. How retarded is that? When you women produce breast milk, you depend on Esau for help for everything. Then you got what? Now they got a shortage of
tampons.
Tampons. So you proud women that been out here enjoying yourselves and all that, man, y'all about to be brought real low, man. You're about to be humble because this is the time. Now you got matter of fact, a lot of women are getting killed now, man. Put to death. Just like you just had a house, a woman got killed. Another woman out Kensington, a pregnant woman, shot in the head. They saved the baby. So the Lord, that we in the I think we're going to the scriptures, Revelation, if I'm not mistaken, chapter 6 is talking about the black horse. That's where we at right now, man. That black horse, man. Where you can't touch the elect, man. You're never going to be able to touch the elect. But grab things in Isaiah that says the vengeance shall fail. Because you women been living so lavishly, man. Off going hand in hand with Esau. Why? Because he was in power. You shitted on your own, on your own. You shitted on the men of your nation, to get comfort from your oppressor. Which he's going to constantly oppression. Like you had, matter of fact, it was a matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. But it was a woman, and she was put on display because she wasn't put on display. She left her home because she had a little big ass, and she went out to be exploited by men, by the enemy, basically. Well, hold on, let me see. I'm gonna find it real fast. Just bear with me.
And hey, Eve, they look at that Esau's power, and they ride that. You know what I mean? Because they look at us, especially the men of the Lord, as you're hate mongers.
Yup.
You're fear mongering. And they claim that we hate women. No, we want our women in order, in righteous order. You hate order, and that's the problem. You don't have a problem with us. You actually have a problem with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah.
That's right.
But what did he say? He's gonna use the meek of the earth.
That's right.
To bring back righteousness. You so stuck on Esau's power that you think that's going to last forever. No, his time is up.
I got it.
Spirits out here.
No, you can't make that up, man. But this is not. When I was talking about the woman, her name was Sarah Barton. And I believe she was born in 1789. And I guess she perished in 1815. But it says 1813. It says basically she left her home and she went out there basically to be a whore. You know? They abused her that she was put on sexual display. Now look at our women now. They do the same thing. They want to leave home because they're like the brother said, man. They don't like order. You know, they want to be on top. They want to be the man. That's why they want to Esau for help. But when Esau falls, so is you, and Esau falls. You know, so we at the end right now where Satan is pulling out all stops. He's pulling out every hat. Every hat, with every rabbit off the hat. So you know? What you got, brother?
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 32 and 10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled.
That's right.
Ye careless women.
You women are careless, man. You don't have a care in the world. Why? Because you will have a man's baby, get money from him. You will have your man on the side, get money from him. You put the man on child support. You be on welfare and you work. You just collecting checks. Then you use your children to get even more money, man. You know, he got this type of disease, that. They get more money. So y'all have not a care in the world and you're careless, man. You know, you don't leave your children around anybody. Go out and party and spend that money, man. That have more fun. But all that shit is coming to a halt, man. Which had already started. Never in your lifetime in America have you heard about a shortage of tampons. And y'all already eat abominable. So just imagine how you about to smell the hotel.
God. And hey, like I said, careless one, because as the brother said, you guys feel like you could do anything you want.
That's right.
Because all you got to do, if particularly, you know, man of the Lord say something to you, you'll call Esau.
Right. Yeah.
You'll call the law. Mm-hmm. You'll get some to scare the man of the Lord. We ain't scared of that shit.
That's right.
This is the end. We at the end of the end.
That's right.
So hey, y'all gonna have hell to pay. Very, very soon.
Right. When you gonna
very
call,
short.
When you can't call Esau. You know?
Yeah.
Right, bro.
Hey, don't interrupt. Men of the Lord speak. Again, back to the top. Isaiah 32 and 10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail.
Yo, what's the vintage? Matter of fact, you can go into that word vintage. Matter of fact, what's that Isaiah?
32 and 10.
Look,
and that's how you got to be with Eve too. The men of the Lord are speaking.
That's right.
If you can't wait and just listen. Matter of fact, just listen.
Cause we was just listening to the apostles. When you go in the what's that? 1 Timothy chapter 2. And
the order.
But 10, right? Around 10 going down, it tells you, let your woman learn in silence.
With all subjection.
You know? And she come out, excuse me, hey guys. Right. Yo, man, you don't even know who you're dealing with. Man.
Right. We ain't got time for that.
Fuck up. If we acknowledge you, we acknowledge you.
Right.
That's it. You know? You said that's Isaiah what again?
32 and 10. In right now.
That's right.
Just keep your mouth shut.
Even these wicked ass niggas that come.
Right.
You know, it's what it tells you. When I come into the house of the Lord, hold your tongue. You know, you're supposed to hold your peace.
Because, hey, we ain't going to be out here much longer.
Done, that's right. Yo, done. So why you go into the word vintage, it's basically saying vintage, it says the grape, crop, the crop. Right? So it's like crops, it's your necessities, what you need to survive. That's going to fill you. And yo, you women need sanitary napkins. So now you see that, the shortage of that. So it's slowly showing you how this place is falling. So in the book of Revelation, the 18th chapter, you know, and it tells you Babylon is falling, you know.
Well, hey, you can't tell Eve that because they think, you know, it's going to come back again. They trust Esau so much.
That's right.
They got so much hope that, hey, things are going to turn around. It's going to be a brighter day.
That's right.
That's their mindset. You can't tell Eve nothing.
That's right. Matter of fact, hop up to verse 9. And we're going to bring it down from there. Because, yo, it's telling you, because this is what, like the brother said, like when we tell these women, we be out here on the highways and hedges, that we out here speaking. No, we out here, the Lord put the truth out here on the highways and hedges. It says, wisdom crieth out and utter the voice of the streets now. And the chief concourse, that's where we at. You know? When people walk by and think it's a game, they think it's a joke until the hammer comes down. You know?
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 32, verse 9. But the liberal deviseth. Oh, 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech.
Yo, Mr. Speech, we'll be out here speaking right now. He's telling you how you're supposed to conduct yourselves. He's telling you how you're supposed to dress. He's telling you how you're supposed to raise your children. He's telling you how you're supposed to treat your men. According to the scriptures, and that's the law. You know? That's what we're telling you. But you don't want to give ear to that. You like, well, Esau said I can do this. So you want to do it Esau's way, you're going to get the same judgment as him. You know? And you're going to get it even more harsh because you're an Israelite woman. So you should know better, but we understand that the Lord has imparted wisdom from you. You know?
Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women.
That's right.
For the vintage shall fail. The gathering shall not come.
That's right. And yo, look at that. It said the gathering shall not come. Right now, if you had a baby, right now, I'll be seeing pregnant women now and just start laughing like, damn. You do know it's a Similac sugar. And that's how crazy they are because they don't even like their mindset is so jacked up they forgot that they can do smoke. Because you got a woman, it's a woman that she got young children, I think she's an Edomite. And she put a group together on Facebook and everything, and she was on the news and she was talking about how they she was doing research on where to give breast milk. Breast milk. I'm like,
look down.
You got 2 milk bags on your chest.
Right,
man.
look
That's
down.
What the fuck they is. But she researched the way to get breast milk, and then the breast milk places are going crazy. You know? Which is, no, that's confusing. That's crazy. Why? Because you trust in your oppression, man. You know? And that's how much this place has been destroyed. And that's how, that's the brightness of your women. You don't got no damn sense, man. That's why you are the weaker vessel. You need guidance, man. And it's going, yo, we're going through that. We're going to prove how much guidance y'all going to need in these up-and-coming times. Because y'all not going to be able to function without it in the word, man. And you better take your ass up.
Verse 11. Tremble, ye women that are at ease.
That's right. You're supposed to be trembling right now. When they seeing these things coming, you're supposed to get nervous. You know? But they still proud. Yeah, well, it's gonna come back.
Right.
You know, I still got my welfare and my food stamps.
Right.
You know,
They in that snap back spirit.
yeah, I can still eat my scrimps.
Right. Right.
Yo, lobster.
Oh, we gonna see. We gonna see.
Yeah, man. No, and then you got, prices is going up on everything.
Right.
It started with the gas, right? Now you got the shortage of things. Then after that, the food is going up as well, man.
Right. It's hyperinflation.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
So the food, everything is going up on a high level. A high level, man. So where I think the dude said it costs what, about $4 and about $4.50 or something like that to buy a loaf of bread.
And that milk too rising.
Yeah.
Milk, eggs,
And
all the essential
there
things.
you go. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing when it snows.
Right,
They
right.
be like, don't forget some milk.
Right.
Don't forget your eggs.
Right.
Gotta get the bread. When there's snow, when they always call for a snowstorm, that's the first thing people go grab. Milk, eggs, and bread. And look what's going up, man. What's going on? I'm telling you. Bread might get to a price of like $100.
Right. Your daily wage, what that say? Yeah. That's what that's going to be. The essentials is going to be, that's going to take up your whole check.
That's right.
Just the essentials.
Because that's what you need. Why do you think they made all them cards, man? To see what you're buying. And when you really go into a store now, the most shortage of things is the stuff that people are like drawn to, man. What they buy. Because what? Esau's watching, he's calculating everything. No problem.
And I get that after we finish this, but that's Revelation 6 with that hyperinflation. Verse 11 again, to the top. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird your sackcloth upon your loins.
That means you're supposed to be on it right now. Because we about to go through some hard times, man. That's what people don't understand about it. Playing with everything, man. Thinking it's a game, thinking it's a joke, and everything's fun and games. No, it's not. Alright, these are some serious times. Yo, going into what? What's that? Daniel 12 and 1. It said, "Then shall Michael stand up." Archangel, you know. It says it's going to be a time of trouble since there never was, since there was a nation. You know? It's about to get real.
And hey, you ain't going to have Esau protecting you. You ain't going to be able to call the cops on your man because he said something to you that you didn't like. And you want to lie on him.
God, that's right. That's right. You're going to have to go into Deuteronomy 22nd chapter. Because that's what's going to happen to you. Y'all going to get snatched up, man. And it ain't nothing that you can do. You know? And yo, Deuteronomy the 22nd chapter, you go down, I think it's like 28 or something like that, going down to the break doctrine, right? Them niggas in that day, they're not going to care if you got a man or not. That's why you're going to need a man of the Lord to protect you.
That's going to be your only covering.
That's right, man.
And you got that. We partners. We 50-50. You gonna shut your ass up then in that day.
You gonna see what's 50-50.
Right. Right.
But yo, that's it on that.
Con. Speak of Revelation. Chapter 6, verse 6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny. And that measure of wheat is basically saying that's your day's wage, your paycheck.
Yo, because look, what did it tell us? What are we out here laboring for? For that penny, man. You know, we're all laboring for that penny. It's like this is a song from this guy, Damon Marley. He was like, he said the Lord gives us a gift, even though basically says it's a low cost. You know, that's that penny, man. You know, we out here laboring for the same penny. That's why I was talking about the penny right there. You know, you got it, brother.
And 3 measures of barley for a penny.
Damn.
And that's basically that's signifying that the value of the currency is going down, and the prices of goods is going up, which is exactly what's happening today.
That's right, and that's where we at. And what's that? Revelation That means to refill. So we refilling, man. And not only that, you can actually walk into a store and see the prices going up. And yo, matter of fact, I sent out an article, right? It was on that's right on point, bro. Because I sent out an article that was talking about Gatorade. They had a Gatorade bottle and how they used to look to now.
Oh, they slimmed that shit down, right?
It was like, so yo, even when you go in the, all right, for example, I went to the a spot up the Northeast, right? A chicken joint. They got this 4 for $4. So you get 4 pieces of chicken, you get two legs, a thigh and a breast, $4. A biscuit and all that, right? Now, the first time I went to do live, I got 4 pieces of chicken. But he's like, oh, y'all do an extra one. It wasn't in there. The second time I went, I only had 3 pieces. But I ain't look at it until I got on the bus. So I opened it, I'm like, so now what they're doing is, this story now you got, they know, then they admitted it. And this ain't just in America, this all over the world. So you'll have toilet paper, say like a roll of Scott toilet tissue. Say it's 120 sheets. They drop it down to 110 and they still charge you the same price. You know what I'm saying? So like, yo, a candy bar, not a candy bar, like, all right, the Gatorade, the big was like 32 ounces or something. They drop it down to 28 ounces. Still charge you the same price. Then you get a family bag of chips, family size, right? It might be I forgot how many ounces, but they drop it down like 3 or 4 ounces. And what they do, and yo, this is how you know Esau's the devil, because what they do is they change the way the bag looks and make it fancy for you, because they know that you don't pay attention to the small things. That's why they move in gradual attention. You know, that's how you know that nigga's the devil, man. You know, when you see things like that, you like, and they basically put themselves out there because what they do right now, when they want to make a move or something, they throw entertainment at you. They throw, let's get the playoffs in. This way everybody's watching. Yo, every season you got a game, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? They always have to do with a ball. Yeah, with a ball. Football, basketball, baseball, pool. Like all that, soccer. It's all dealing with balls, man. You know? So they put these distractions in front of you and they know what you like to watch. Right. That's why in the NFL, the Super Bowl is the most majorly watched championship ever, man. That's why they call them subliminals in there and they be pushing them over man. Because they got you distracted. They throw all the major rappers or whoever's on that stage. Right. You know? And them advertisements too, with the commercials. Yeah, you're right. And see, when they change the bag to make it look fancy. Yeah. Because you'll be, oh, look at the package, it's good. But they actually shorted you, man. Right. You know? And got the nerve, they charge you the same price, and sometimes they charge you more. That hyperinflation is real because even the ingredients is going up. So what you think the end product is going to do? That's right, bro. And they mentioned that in the article. They was like, oh, well, the reason why they do it. Yo, even Domino's, man. They have But no, even with Domino's, I think they had I think it was a 12-piece chicken. They dropped it down to 8, and they still charge you the same price. I think even with the pizza slices, they even dropped it down. They still charge you the same price, man. You know, and they're doing that worldwide. So this is their agenda. Why? So they can control everything. You know, you got no, that's a bad, that's a top, bro. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. And we know that oil and wine is talking about the truth. That's right. Because you can't. You can't hurt them. The oil, because you go into the 12 virgins. You know, when it talks about their oil. You know, you can't hurt them. real oil, that real, the wine. That wine is what you're drinking. You know, that cup that we drinking, and we out here pouring. You know, and they can't deny it. You know, they can't be like, yo, they lying. They actually telling them themselves.
Right.
You know.
And we talking about the proper doctrine too.
That's right. Yeah. Not that bullshit HOI talking about.
Everybody can make it.
You know? You got IUIC with all that. They stumbling blocks, man. Not saying that you don't got sincere men, but the heads of those people, they sick, man. And they sold out for that bag. They leading the people straight, and they got a lot of hell to do.
There's a lot of blood on their hands, right?
Fact, that was it on that?
Come.
Glad about it, so many people really straight. Never forget. People really straight. Because it's better that you have not known, man, than to know and go out and lead the people straight. Because the Lord going to jack your ass up, man. That's why, yo, it even goes into when it talks about lukewarm and hot. He said he'd rather for you to be cold
or hot.
Go in between, because if you lukewarm, he's going
to spew you out. Yeah.
Oh, man, he's going to kick your ass. You know, you got to pick a side. What you going to do? If you're going to be cool, just be straight up.
Yeah. Just be a nigga.
God, yeah.
Like you been doing.
Just wait for the missiles to come. Right. Party it the hell up out of it, man. Dance like them niggas in the court.
Live that YOLO life. Yeah, right.
Yeah. You only live one life. You only live once. Fucking dummies, man.
Right.
You got it, brother?
It's the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 47. And that servant which knew his Lord's will.
See that? Yo, this said the servant that knew his Lord's will, man. So, when it say, sheep shall hear my voice, man. You know, so when you hear this truth, well, man, go ahead, bro.
And prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes.
So he heard the Lord's voice, and that's what you got these men out here doing now. Like, yo, you got what, IUIC? But they jacking the doctrine up. Not only, and it's starting to show even more, not only did they go into that, in front of that church, and was preaching, bringing confusion. You know, if they like, yo, if they tell you to pack it up, this is private property, you gotta go. First of all, you shouldn't even went on that property, period, man. You know? Because you got men out there teaching, well, they don't want to hear it because they're in the whorehouse, man. You can't force the doctrine on nobody. That's why you come out here on the highways and you speak. This is a public area. If people don't want to hear it, they're going to keep it moving. Right. If they want to hear it, they're going to stop. We ain't running up on nobody. Yo, brother, come here. Yo, you got to listen to this. We're not doing all that, man. Then you're going to be drawn to it. And then you're going to want to learn.
Because all that is going to be confrontation. That's right. You know that. So why even go through there when you know you've seen older videos with that stuff just being madness and confrontation. So learn from it. Why even go there? Why even bother? If they set to be destroyed, they're going to be destroyed. What you saying out there in front of that church ain't going to convince them.
That's not smart.
It's just not. It's proven not to.
That's right, bro. That's not smart at all. And that's what they like. They like that confusion, that contention. You know, they want views. That's what
you trying to get likes?
Yeah, cut. Yeah, it ain't about likes. It's about who. It's about if he likes you.
Right.
Yo, read that one more time about the shop, bro.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 47. And that servant which knew his Lord's will, and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes.
Means your ass going to get jacked up, man. You got men getting lined up with braids, not braids, dreads. Your hair going past your shoulders. You shaping up your beards and all that. Yo, the Lord is going to get at you for that, man. Because, it's a thing called the law. You got 613 laws.
Right.
Which you know them because if you're a teacher, you should know them and you're out there teaching. You know? You got men out there with T-shirts on, with fringes on it, man. And don't say nothing. Yo, the Lord, he wore a garment down to the foot with fringes in the border of blue. You know?
Hey, man, but the ones that's talking about law, they the ones that's lined up. They the ones that's got them braids and
not cornrows.
Yeah, but
you can have cornrows because that's what Solomon.
The dreads.
Yeah,
dreaded out. And you talking about law. Come on,
right,
man.
It's dread.
Stop.
Yo, when you go into the word locks, it means a braid or a plait, man. Now, when you say dreadlocks, when you look up the word dread, that's a dreadful, that's a horrible thing, man. You know, dreadful. They be like, yo, I dread going here. That's a horrible thing, man. Something you shouldn't do. So if you actually understand words and you look that up, you should know that you're going to have dreadlocks. This is the description. Matter of fact, if you have that with Solomon, where it talks about the locks, the seven locks on his hand, just to prove the point. Because if the scripture said locks, it says nothing about dreadlocks. That's a heathen custom. And you men that's out here teaching and you got them in your head, the Most High going to smoke you. Because for one, the blood is going to be on your hand and you're leading people astray. You know?
The book of Judges, chapter 16, verse 13. And Delilah said unto Samson, hitherto thou hast mocked me and told me lies. Tell me wherewith thou mightest be bound.
Saying, see that right there. And that's another, it's another thing, how you're not supposed to be telling your woman everything. This is where you dudes get jammed up, man. But she'll be the one to turn your ass up with that pillow talk. You know? And Delilah was a heathen. Samson loved the women. He loved heathen women. Which, you don't need an Israelite woman to have, to make an Israelite.
See, yeah, we got to see.
But you're not supposed to be all loving on them and all, nah, man. Telling them all your business and everything. Another reason, another story to go into to let you know you're not supposed to drop your guard when it comes to these women, man. Because that shit will get you destroyed.
Hey, man, and it will, because they're going to be the first one telling who you are, where you go, who you be with.
That's right. Just like, what's that song from Biggie?
Shit, I learned that the hard way. They be the first ones to tell.
That's right.
Oh, he's a fearmonger.
Look at all these niggas in the...
He hates people.
God damn. God. Look at these niggas that be on the street. These cold killers. I shoot up this, I killed this nigga, I did that. The thing that got them caught, they went home and they laid down and told their woman.
That pillow talk.
Yeah, girl, I had to slip that nigga. I did this, that.
Right.
Next thing you know, 2 weeks later, the feds let you fucking do it.
Right. Hey, don't let it be no reward.
Yeah,
shit, they telling a second. Hey, what you think they gonna do to the men of the Lord? They gonna probably have rewards on our head.
God, that's right. You get probably already.
Right.
That's like what my man Biggie say. He said, damn. He said, for the past. He said, your mama set your ass
right.
up, properly gassed up,
right.
hoodie and masked up, for that fast bucks, laying in the bushes to light that ass up.
Con.
And that's your mom, man.
Right.
So how much more of these women on the streets?
Who you think love you?
Yeah, God.
They don't love you. They love what you can do for them. At this point, the Eve is sick.
That's right.
Man.
She loved the feeling that she gets from being with you.
Because
if you're a powerful man, and like a lot of people, like she want that power. Why do you think Eve is attracted to men with like money and power,
right.
and a certain status? Because they be like, oh, that's so-and-so's wife. And this is that. They get that. They feel like they got the power too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you leave them, if you was to cut her off, then now she gonna try to make your life a living hell. But she'll try to leave you, and then when she try to leave you, she try to take everything you got.
Exactly.
You know why? Because she conquered you, and you
right.
Gave her too much information.
Right. And seeing she's just like Esau. She's insatiable.
Right.
You can't. She can't be fed enough. So you out here trying to just please your woman, you going off and you lost. You can't please her.
You gotta go into what's that? First Corinthians, I believe it's 11:6. That talks about the head of the man and the head of the woman. All that. That's what you got, bro.
Back to the top. And Delilah said unto Samson, hitherto thou hast mocked me and told me lies. Tell me where thou mightest be bound.
Now she's trying to overcome it.
Right.
Because women have played two roles. The victim, and that's what she's doing right now. Oh, you mocked me, you did this. Now she's playing the victim. Why did you do this to me? Now when Samson gives her the information, now she plays the role of the victor because she got the victory over you. Because you told all your business. So now she's like, nigga, I don't need you no more. You got it, bro.
And he said unto her, if thou weavest the 7 locks of my head with the web, and she fastened it with the pin, and said unto him, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awoke his sleep and went away with the pin of the beam and with the web.
See, because he lied to her right there. But when you ultimately go into it, he actually gave it up and told her. You know? The yams must have been that great. He was like, listen, and then she probably made sure she, gave him something right before all that. Because that's what they do. You know? But go into that word, if you can, locks. Just say braid or black. And then it said locks for you dudes that be like, oh, Samson had dreadlocks. No, it says locks. Don't say nothing about dread in there. So you dudes that's wearing dreadlocks, passion, and all that, long hair and all that, you going off. Matter of fact, you're going against the law. You niggas shaving your head bald and all that, with putting a razor to your head. You can use clippers, but you use a razor, you're going off.
And it also represents the Nazarite vow. Ain't none of you niggas taking no Nazarite vow.
Because, how you going to take the Nazarite vow when at the Passover you got to drink yaya? You got to drink wine. You know? So Jake full of shit, man. You got to pull up. Try to pull up real quick. Judges
6 and 13.
Now this is the book of Judges 6 and 14. And the word locks. You said 14, right?
13.
Oh, so not. Chapter 6.
Yeah, God, 6 and 13. Judges, 6 and 13. Oh, 16. Go to 16, 13.
Get the word locks real fast, just for edification's sake. Which is there it goes. It's maklapah in the Hebrew, which is braid, lock, plait of hair. That's it, a braid, a lock. When you lock this doing the combo, so you're locking the hair. And you can unlock it, you're weaving it together basically, a plait, man. You know? It's not talking about no damn dreadlocks, man. You niggas want to just be wicked, man, and go off. And furthermore, you don't do no research. You want to be like the world, man. A lot of you dudes are set up like that. You know? That's
is it on that?
Yo, man, let's go into our old trust. Let's go to Daniel chapter 7. I'll break this thing down because look, and this is why this is a great chapter because you go into the different captivities, and it goes all the way down into the end captivity which we're in right now. You know, so the Lord can when we're going to be delivered up out of it. You know, and you can see like when you do your own history and your research on certain captivities and everything, it'll tell you, like you'll see how when that captivity was going down, the things that happened before it fell. And we're seeing the fall of this captivity right now. What's that? The toes mixed with Myron clay.
Yeah.
That's the captivity that we're in right now. Because half of it's strong and half of it's weak. No, it's not like the Babylonian Empire when that was bold, that was solid. No, why was it solid? Because they still allowed us to worship our God. They allowed us to worship Yahweh. You know, but here in this captivity, they don't give a damn about it. And they took on the customs and the traditions of all those other captivities that we was in. You know,
it's the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 1. In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and visions of his head upon his bed.
So the first year of Belshazzar, that was 550 BC. You know, that's before the Common Era. All right, so that's the time period that we're talking about right now. All right, going all the way back to then. So Daniel was able to see the captivities from there all the way to now. But he didn't understand it, you know? And that's why the Lord told him he was going to tell him.
God. Then he wrote the dream and told the sum of the matters.
And matter of fact, Belshazzar was, I believe he was the last king of rule in Babylon. You know? Because, what's that, Nabonidus?
Father, Nabonidus. Yeah.
He went into exile in 550 BC. That's where you get Belshazzar. Because Belshazzar, he came on the scene after.
Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of the heaven strove upon the great sea.
So, those four winds are the spirits. The great sea is talk about the Mediterranean Sea. You know?
And 4 great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another.
So now, when it goes into the 4 beasts, right? You have the Babylonians, you have the Medo-Persians, the Greeks, and the Roman Empire. All right? Those are the 4 beasts. And in that time frame, they was beasts, man. You know? They was actual beasts, like the way they did. Like in Philly, we be like, that nigga a beast. I mean, he vicious. He can hear run down on you. Like in this time right now, America would be considered a beast. You know? The way they run their system, they a beast. Why you think they call it MOTV? And that beast goes with what? Right now, NATO and the EU. You know, that's their system, the beast system. You gotta go.
The first was like a lion and had eagle's wings. I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked.
So the first was like a lion, right? With the eagle's wings, that's the Assyrian Empire. You know? Then it said, read that one more time.
The first was like a lion and had eagle's wings. I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth.
Yeah, God. So now look, that was the Assyrian Empire. And when it's talking about the wings being plucked, that's when the Babylonians took down the Assyrians. All right? And that was in 612 BC at the Battle of Nineveh. right? So that's what that scripture right there, that's what that's talking about. You know? You have your Assyrian Empire, the Assyrians was in the foot of Babylon. Pluck your feathers, they tore their ass up. You pluck the feathers off a bird, how it's going to fly. You know? So the Babylonians took down the Assyrians, and that's what we come into their, you know, with that battle right there. Right.
And made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it.
Right.
And behold, another beast, a second, like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side.
So now, all right, that bear is talking about the Medo-Persian Empire. Okay? That's the Medo-Persian Empire. And the first part, when it talks about, the first was the Medes. All right? And they came first before the Persians. That's why it talks about one was raised up higher than the other. All right? And it says, all right, it said, what did it say? Raised up one higher than the other?
Yep, raised up itself on one side.
So one was stronger than the other.
God.
You know, so the Persians were stronger than the Medes.
God.
No, the Medes came first, which the Medes was what? I think it was the Iranians, right? That's the
well, Persians are is Elam, Iran.
Elam, yeah. But the Medes goes back to the Iranians and Tibet. You know, where you get Islam and all that stuff. So you go back to that empire right there, that's what that's talking about. The Medes is the Iranians.
Persia is Iran. Persians. Yep, Persians.
Salak. Yeah.
And it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it.
So now when it goes into the 3 ribs, it's talking about the north, east, and south. All right, where the Medo-Persians was, well, the Medo-Persian Empire that they conquered all those areas.
Yeah.
They conquered a lot of those areas, but it was the north, east, and south. Matter of fact, I'm gonna grab this how you try to go to the first Maccabees. 1-6. Matter of fact, nah.
I got some on those 3 ribs, actually. Yeah. Pull it up. Yeah, because the 3 ribs is Lydia, Egypt, and a lot of comes in. Yeah. Because they conquered, Persians conquered those lands. Yeah, that's the north south that you're talking about. Yeah, yeah.
Said Lydia, Egypt.
And
yeah. Egypt is what? South, right? No.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to get that. We'll have to get back to that. Yeah.
Slaki. Where get it from?
Had the 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, arise, devour much flesh.
They was tearing shit up.
Yeah, conquering everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, you go what? Like Alexander, man, when he was on the ship. He was tearing shit up, man. You know? Then the devour much flesh, that's going into your wars and everything that they had. So if you go into your secular history and you go into the different wars back in that time, you'll see how they was just same way. Look, and that's also lets you know that Esau's blessing is the sword. You know, by the sword you got living. Because whenever Esau wants to get something to take it over, they have to do it by force, by the sword. You know? That's his blessing. And what's that? The dew of heaven.
Yeah. Verse 6, after this I beheld, and lo, another, like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl.
See, now that leopard, right, is going into Alexandria, right? That's going into Alexander the Greek's area, when he came on. So now you're getting into the Greek Empire, all right? We went into the Babylonians, the Assyrians, the Babylonians. Now we're talking about the Greek Empire, you know. And this is when they came on the scene. And the four heads was Alexander's 4 generals. Was Cassander, Ptolemy, Antigonus, Antigonus, and Seleucus, man. You know, those were his 4 heads. Because after when Alexander the Greek kingdom was divided into 4, you know, and they was all fighting for it, you know.
It's lucky.
I think Ptolemy, he was one of the top dogs. Right? But
yeah, it's lucky. It's Lydia, Egypt, and Babylon. I don't even know how I feel like that. Yeah,
hey, man. Yeah, they get it go.
Yeah.
Yo, because yo, you know how you think. Oh,
yeah.
Yo, that was smart. That was smart. Yo, that was smart. Yo, he jumped out the car and threw a ticket on his son already. So you want to get a ticket. Yo, that's good. Yo, Jay, and that's how you know Jay.
All right.
Man. Like,
all right. Smooth with it, too.
He jumped right out.
Yeah.
So they after the walk by, they look at his car. Oh, we already gave him it. You know? Nah, that's bad. It's a lot.
The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it.
Yeah, so yeah, that's talking about the generals, man. The 4 heads.
4 generals.
Yeah.
After this, I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly.
So that 4th beast, when you go now, yo, we just left the Greek Empire, right? Now you come into that 4th beast, is going into the Roman Empire. You know, that 4th beast is the Roman Empire, and because what they came after the Greeks, and they followed the same, like they followed the same traditions and everything as the Greeks, man. Because yo, even going into what's that around? I believe it's around Christmas time. What you call Christmas now? They used to shut down their court system from December, I think it's December 20th until December 25th. And whoever they had beef with, or whoever what they consider the enemy, they would be able to go and do whatever they want and shut the courts down.
Oh, like the purge, like a purge.
Yeah. Just do lawless shit. People had orgies like cake and stuff, man. Until December 25th, then they shut it down. And then everything was illegal that they just did. That's some double-minded shit. You know? She got it, bro.
It devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it.
Right, so now, start that from the top.
Verse 7. After this, I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth.
Yeah, so that great iron teeth was their military and the different tactics that they used. You know, because like if you really look at the movies back then with the Roman Empire, how the way they maneuver, and they'll all be together. So when they start shooting the bulls and everything, they'll touch down, they'll hold up their
shields.
Shields like that and everything. You know, but that's the teeth. That teeth is their military and their tactics. You know, and they got it from different empires, man. They got their tactics from the Greeks, they got them from the Babylonians, they got them from the Assyrians, man. You know, the same way, look at America, man. It does the same thing, it uses different tactics, and where do they get it from, man? They study Alexander the Greek. They study Nebuchadnezzar, Belshazzar, and all that, man. They studied the kings of Assyria and all that, right? They studied the medieval Persian Empire. You know why? Because America, Babylon, first of all, Babylon was the longest lasting kingdom for its military might so far, thus far, and that's a fact. You can look that up in history. Babylon is the longest lasting empire so far in history. Everything after that just started getting weaker, and you can tell when it goes down in the on the statue. Man. The body gets weaker. The head is the strength, man. Once you go down all the way down to the feet, it's getting weaker, man. You know that's why the Lord is going to come destroy it at the foot, because they ain't going to have nothing to stand on. You know, you got it, bro.
And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it.
Yup, see that?
And it had 10 horns.
So now when it talks about it was diverse from all the different, the beasts that was before it, it ruled differently. You know, because you had the Senate, you had the Senate House, you know, the Empire and the Caesars and all that. You know, before that, they didn't have like America. That's how you know that America is patterned after the Roman Empire, because you got your Democratic Party, your Republican Party. That goes all the way back to Rome, right? They ruled, because before what you had, I think it was kings, right? Before
monarch, it's like a monarchy, you know what I mean?
So they ruled it differently.
Yeah.
They didn't rule like like they didn't have no king. The king, they had the Caesars, and they was basically letting the public, which they said anyway, just like here they be like, oh, we're for the people, we're for the public, you know, to let them try to, you can vote this person in. Your opinion matters, when it really didn't. Because when they really wanted to do things, it works. You know, basically your Olympics and all that, man, that comes from Rome, man. You know, so they would give you entertainment. They had their plays, you know, to keep the people entertained while they made the moves that they wanted to make. You know.
And that 10 horns is going back to the originals. We're talking about the Vandals, the Elamites, the Lombards, Anglo-Saxons, Visigoths, Severs.
That's how what? The British, the French, the Spanish, what's the 10?
This is the original, when they're going back to the original. We're talking about the Anglo-Saxons, Ostrogoths, Visigoths.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. Yeah.
Franks and all of that. Yeah.
Because that's where the EU comes out. You know what I'm saying?
Verse 8. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots.
So I think that little horn was it said the 3. We gotta get smart.
Yeah, verse 8. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn,
It may mention the 3 horns.
Before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots.
There it goes. So the 3 horns is the British, the French, and the Spanish. That's
those wars. Those wars.
Yeah, that's right, brother.
Because the little horn is America.
So you had the British,
Spanish-American War, French-American War, and obviously the British.
Because they always war with each other. The British, the French, and the Spanish. Then you go, that's how you come into America, right?
And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things.
And that's talking about America. Speaking about America.
Yeah. And those great things are really the blasphemies that they, put out on this earth.
You can be whatever you want to be.
Right.
You can be a LGBTXYZ. You know, you can worship any god you want to worship. You know, these are things that they tell our people. Oh, you're African American. Oh, God is white and all that. Like, come on, man. You know, that's why I tell you. That's why our Lord and Savior was he was crucified right there. He was made like he was nothing. He was X'd out. You know, what you gotta go.
Verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down.
And now look, that's talking about now. We're talking about to all those thrones that we just spoke about, from the Babylonians all the way to America. Those thrones are going to be cast down. And the Ancient of Days is talking about Yahweh. You know, go ahead, bro. Because now we get into where we come into our kingdom. You know? And that's the reason why I really wanted to go over this, to let you see. And then, you know, you can do your own research as well and go over things. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some precepts I forgot to go in there. But you can see, man, how those kingdoms came about and the fall of them and who took them out. So if they all been taken down by things, everything you go into what? Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. You know, where it says it's a time and a place for everything under the sun. You know, so now it's their time to move. You can't move until you got a time when you have to get raised up. It's a time that you get cut down. That's a part of everything. You know, and now we're at the time of Babylon, this Babylon here in America. You know, which is in the Bible for you Jews that don't think that America's in the Bible. You know, because like the apostles said. They said, yo, if the word
America you wanted to say
Bible,
America, like, come on.
Yeah, if that word was in there, you wouldn't even have a Bible right now.
Right.
They'd have burnt that shit.
Right.
And man, they really try to hide it, man.
Right, and that's why it tells you that this is mysteries, right? And only a few will understand.
That's right. Yup. And even with the scriptures, it's what it say, man, when they say they bring the book to them, it's like man, they can't read it or something like that because they don't get it.
Yeah,
it's like it's a book that they basically can't understand.
Right.
Like yo, it'll come to me.
Yeah.
But because like they'll take it to a pastor like, yo, break this down for me. Tell me what this is talking about.
Right.
And the pastor like, yo,
right.
They don't know what it's saying.
That's why they just make stuff up. Talking about some Eve ate an apple. And the snake was in there talking.
And
the snake used to walk, but now it just
that's crazy.
Rolls around on the dust.
Yeah, exactly.
On the ground.
Fucking snake. It was actually walking like a man. Now
right.
On his belly, so like that. My grandma used to say that.
Right.
I used to be like, you know why the snake slipped this? Because he was in the garden. I'm like.
And I'm thinking, why am I sitting there eating this apple if this is so bad, right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
And yo, that you
knock it off.
Now that you said that about the snake, yo, it's a video of Eve sucking a live snake. A live snake. I'm talking about the head part. She sucking it like it's some wood, man. I said, yo, these bitches is wicked, man. They wicked as hell, man. They're not good, bro.
Hey. Back up top to 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. Right. You know what that Ancient of Days is? It's Yahweh.
That's right. The Ancient of Days, because he created all this.
Whose garment was white as snow.
I mean, he was pure. He white, man. You know, and that's why you white people try to call you Edomites want to call yourselves white. There's nothing pure about you. In all actuality, the saints, the men of the Lord, starting with the elect, they're the real white people, if you want to be technical. Tahar, which means pure, man. You know? You got it, bro. And
the hair of his head like the pure wool.
See that? Come on, man. So that's not, it ain't saying no stringy dog-like hair. But you damn Christians, you go into these church buildings, and they're like, you'll read something like this, but they got the image of Caesar Boucher up there, man. So how the hell that don't even make sense? You don't research. Like, yo, what my dad said, man, you gotta ask the 5 questions: what, why, who, where, and when. When somebody tells you something, what, why, who, where, and when. And then when they even give you that, then you go research it for yourself. Now we've been taught that from the apostles. You know, they said don't take our word. They was like, you go research it for yourself to see if we was telling you the truth. Now that's righteous, man. Because you got some of these different camps and everything. They're just telling you, yo, you better believe what I say. I said it. Come on, man. That's wicked, man. That's wicked.
His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
You're talking about the chariots, man. You know, but you're starting to see more and more right now, man. You're seeing more and more chariot sightings. Like, you know, they're getting blatant. Like they just had a chariot sighting out there in, I believe it was Los Angeles. You know, And you could clearly see it was a big ass cloud, but it was shaped like what's that? Ezekiel
The wheel.
30 years. That's 37, right?
Ezekiel.
I know it's in Ezekiel. And it talks about the wheel and it look.
The wheel within the wheel.
Yeah, cut. It was shaped just like that. Where do you think they get that term flying saucers from? Esau knows, man. They know the shape of yo, even it's written in the hieroglyphics, man. So them damn them Egyptians, they know about the chariots, man. But now all of a sudden we in this captivity, now everybody dumb. They know about this stuff. They just been trying to hide it from us. But through a spirit of power, how about Shah, man, we got it back. You know?
Yeah, kind of. Ezekiel 1, chapter 16. The appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of a beryl.
That's right, go ahead.
And they four had one likeness. And their appearance and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel.
See that? So that's dope. When you if you look at the way Esau depicts when they always put it in sci-fi channels. If you watch the sci-fi channel, you'll see a lot. And they actually I seen a show on there when they had the ship spinning like this. It was spinning California, like one was going this way, the other was going that way. But it looked like a wheel inside a wheel. That's how you know. Where do you think they get Star Wars from? And you see the ships and all that. And they got the big father ship. They call it the mother ship. You know? But they had all that. Oh, man, they got all that. Man. So they know, because why they read the scriptures, they search for it. Even Satan knows the scriptures. How you think he was able to deceive Eve, man? But God, you know, being that cunning dude. And that's Eve's characteristic. She's a beguiler and she's a deceiver. Once you understand that about a woman, you know her nature, now you adjust to it. You know? What you got, bro?
When they went upon their four sides, and they turned not when they went. As for their rings, they were so high that they were dreadful. And their rings were full of eyes round about them four.
That's all them lights, man. You know, you seeing all that, man. Like, yo, come on, man.
And other countries too.
Yeah,
they saying the chariot.
Yeah. So the Lord is about to strike. That's why we in that danger, man. Because now, how about the game? What was that? With
Book of Daniel chapter 7 verse 9. And I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
That was it. That's it, man. That's what we waiting for. We waiting for Yahweh Shah to come back. You know? That's ultimately what we want, man. For Yahweh Shah to come back and deliver us, man. You know?
Verse 10. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him.
See that? And that's talking about them that concentrated heat. That's going to be sprayed on Babylon right here. Now this ain't happening yet. This is an up and coming prophecy. Which then you saw all these things. You know? You gotta go.
Thousands ministered unto him. And 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him.
God damn.
The judgment was set, and the books were opened.
See that? Judgment was set. The books being opened, that's what? It was the Lamb's Book of Life. If you're not found in it, nobody's going to get put to death. That's talking about a lot of destruction right there. That's a lot of destruction on a high level, man. Would it say that it's going to be so much blood that it's going to reach the wire of a
No peace, no peace.
what? Yo, that's how. Yo, man. Confusion, man. That's what we have now. You know? You
Hey,
did all that for what?
Right. And hey, and for all you shaft-based Israelites, the books are open, and guess what? It ain't about color.
That's right.
Hey, we went into it earlier. The spirit bears witness with our spirit. God, hey, Romans 8:16.
Yeah, God, because yo, man, you're gonna have brothers come in that look just like a damn goop, man. You're gonna have brothers come in that get delivered. Now they're gonna be like, how the fuck was it him? With blonde hair and blue eyes, man.
Right.
Just like Blake Griffin's son. Blake Griffin's son looked just like an Edomite. But when you go back to his grandfather, Blake Griffin's son's grandfather, he's a Levite. Dark skin, darker than me. You know? Like Blake Griffin can pass for being an Edomite, he can pass for being a Spanish dude, a Puerto Rican, so-called Puerto Rican. Some people just oh, he's mixed. There's no such thing as mixed, but it goes back to his dad. So now when you get like a Blake Griffin's son deals with another woman, an Edomite woman with blonde hair and blue eyes, what the hell do you think the son gonna look like? You know? But that's why it's the spirit, you know? The spirit bears witness, man. So it's all about your spirit, man. But people can't see that. But yeah, grab that real quick off the side.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. John. It's the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of God.
That's right. So we look like traditional Israelites. Now, if you can, then that's why you have to be spiritual. This is a spiritual thing. Because you have plenty of dudes, like you watch videos from these different camps, the black, like the brother said, the shaft on the Israelites, you'll see a person clearly come up. I've seen it. I've seen women come up. And they style you fucking pussy. And they be like, this heathen woman, and she's a fucking Jake. You know? Because you see her spirit, what spirit that she's in, man. Alright? So her spirit got bear witness, and she act just like a nigga come up acting crazy like that. You know? They gonna come humble. Yeah, this guy talking this and that. Jake is going to buck up against this. Why? Because it's the spirit that's in him that don't like it. Especially if they're true-third. This spirit is not going to coincide with this guy. Right? So I'm going to go to John chapter 4, the 24. Real fast. It's the book of John, St. John chapter 4, verse 24, starting at verse 24. And it says, going into the spirit, it says, God is a spirit, the power is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. You know, so it's all about your truth. Salak, that's it, about the truth. It's all about what is all about the truth, but it's all about your spirit. You know? You got some men that go off, man. Why? Because they don't understand the spirit, man. Like what you had, what the Apostle Paul said, he said that they are Israelites according to the flesh and all that.
So am I.
Yeah, exactly. You know? But you're going to have, because, we're scattered on all four corners of the earth. You know? Look how many women King Solomon had. You think he just was dealing with Israelites? No. Nah, yeah, Con, I was here.
And for you people in the Christian church, hey, it is a separation of Israelites. And you just go 2 chapters, and it tell you, Romans 11, I say then, has God cast away his people? God forbid, for I also am an Israelite, of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. God hath not cast away his people, which he foreknew. What ye not what the scripture saith of Elias, how he make the intercession to God against Israel, saying, Lord, they have killed the prophets, killed thy prophets, and dig down thine altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. What said the answer of God unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal.
See that? And yo, you're going to come into what? You got your 144,000. You know? They're not going to bow down to Baal. They're not going to bow down to this beast system. The Lord already preserved them. You know? They're going to take it like a man. They're going to choose death before. Because yo, we already to this world, you already should be dead. What the hell was left? You know, after everything's been shifted around, and yo, when you come into the truth, like you still in that Babylonian state of mind. Like, yo, I gotta get the house, gotta get the kids, put them in college. I gotta you train like that. And they train you from a child like that. Now, once you get the truth, you're like, oh shit. Like, none of this matter, man. The only thing matters is salvation. You know?
Hey, and when everything crashed and Esau take all your 401k, your checking account, your savings, your Roth IRA, all that, wiped away.
That's right.
And now you gotta go to that digital currency where they gonna control everything. CBDC, Central Bank Digital Currency, which is going to lead to the MOTB.
Yo, I got fast. Concerning how like the John Shaft Israelites, you know what I'm saying? And this is how you know, because this is First Ezra's chapter. This chapter 8, right? Going to verse 69. And yo, this things happened back then, they happening now, right? Alright? It's First Ezra chapter 8 and 69. It says the nation of Israel, the princes, the priests, the Levites, have not put away from them the strange people of the land, nor the pollutions of the Gentiles, to wit of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, and the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Edomites. For both they and their sons have married with their daughters. You know? So, yo, we gave our sons to their daughters, man. They married them, so if they married them, what happens? You're going to pop and you're going to have a child. Your child is going to come out, you are who your father is, so you're going to come out the seed of your father, you are Israelite. You know, why you think right now that Esau is publicly with it? Matter of fact, let me finish this real quick. It says, for both they and their sons have married with their daughters, and the holy seed is mixed with the strange people of the land. And from the beginning of this matter, the rulers and the great men have been partakers of this iniquity. You know? So it said the holy seed is mixed with them. Who's the holy seed? We are. Holy means what? Separate. Kodash. No, Salah. That's the holy. No, that's the spirit, Salah. Kodash is holy, Salah. Kodash is the holy. Racha is the spirit. You know? That's why we say Racha, Kodash. Spirit holy. Alright? And holy means to be what? Set apart. We wasn't supposed to deal with those people, man. You know, but our people, they did it anyway. Why? Because we got women over there, you know, they look good, man. Like that. But the Lord created our nation to look like a whole bunch of different nations as well. You know? And that's another way you can prove that you're not going to look like the traditional Israelite. They didn't even back then. You know? And this is in Ezra's time, man. We was in, what? We was in Greek, we was in Greece, Rome. We was amongst the Moabites and Asia Minor, man. We was in Germany. We was in all these places. So how the hell was you going to just be like, oh nah, he's not an Israelite, he's a heathen? Come on, man.
Hey, that's some same spirits that was back in Jerusalem, the Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, that didn't accept the northern kingdom. Same spirits back. Right there.
So it says, verse 71, it says, and as soon as I heard these things, I rent my clothes and the holy garment and pulled off the hair from off my head and beard and sat down and sat me down sad and very heavy. So all they that were then moved at the word of the Lord, the Most High, Yahweh Israel, assembled unto me, whilst I mourned for the iniquity, but I sat still full of heaviness until the evening sacrifice, man. So, he was heavy when he saw that, man. You know, because that's basically, I don't want to say going against the law, because the Lord made all these nations, and we're above it. But he taught us, like, when you go to this land, don't deal with them, don't do what they do, man. You know, it's a song by this guy called Warrior King, right? And he said, follow not the way of the heathen. I'm like, damn, he basically said, don't do what the heathen do. That song bad, man. You know? But he's telling you, so, and that's in that spirit. You know? What's that in Jeremiah? Let's say, turn out the way of the heathen, you got that something to say?
You choose none of his ways?
Yeah. But he's telling you, man, even with certain lands that we went to, he's like, wherever you go to possess it, don't follow after their traditions. Don't follow after their customs. You know? But what our people do, because they stiff-necked it, they went there, they like the fashion of things. Well, we got the greatest fashion ever. We're the greatest people on the planet. I think it might be Jeremiah 3.
Pulling up right now.
But that going, and that's this basically, it kind of goes into what your holidays, your Christmas and all that. That's a big thing.
God, it's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 2. Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, learn not the way of the heathen.
Right, learn his way, man. Go ahead.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Like they is. Matter of fact, I believe it was the other day, not like a couple days ago. It was on the news, and every time they see something major, they be like, oh, look, the 5 planets are going to line up together. And this, that. Because they're really infatuated with that. The Lord made those things for our sake, man. We don't worship it like the heathen does, man. They worship the sun, the moon, the stars. And that's a proven fact when you go into the Roman Empire and to the Greek Empire. They had a god for everything. This is the God of fire, the God of water, the God of the stars, the God of the moon, the God of the sun. They worship that shit. You got it, bro.
Thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahushai, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Because we understand what they was made for. Like your moon is made for times and seasons, and days, man, and months. You know? That was put there for that purpose and that purpose alone. And the shine its light in the nighttime. You know? That's what it was put there for. But these niggas, they worship these things, man. Yo, even going into music. Back in the, I believe it, the 70s, like late 60s, 70s, you had a lot of songs when they was talking about the sun. And that's how they blew up. If they didn't make a song about the sun, they wasn't going to blow. You know? As soon as they made that song about the sun and all that, the niggas, they came up, man. You know? They're making songs about the sun and all that. You got these goddamn Edomites, they worship the fucking cow, man. Women get their hair from it, comes from over there. That Brazilianness and this, that, and all these different cuts, it comes from over there. Now how they get them, because them, though, the Edomites, they lie to their women, like, yo, cut your hair off, give it to us. Yo, you going to sacrifice this to your God, to this God. They do it. They sell it to the Moabites. The Moabites, and then like the more blonde or how they bleach and everything, they put their own little spin. But they actually take these women to a temple, cut their hair off, and then they sell it to the Moabites. Man, the Moabites bring that shit over here and sell it to you nigga women. That's why you watch your goddamn mind up. Because that hair got the spirit of a heathen on it. So you going to take on that same mentality as her. And then you, Jake, so you going to take it to the limit. Like Rick Ross, push it to the limit. You know?
And just to back you up, brother, I mean, that's in the law. It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 3.
Bring it out.
After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
See that? Yeah. Damn. It said, read that again.
Yeah, God. The book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 3. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
See that? So we already knew what it was to go off. We seen the Egyptians, what they did. And we was under slavery under them. You know? So we saw all the wickedness. And yo, the Egyptians, yo, they got many gods too. You know what I'm saying? I remember watching, I think it's the Ten Commandments. But it was a new one, right? And it was when Moses was a young boy, but he was still under Pharaoh's, like in
he's
Pharaoh's
like his
house.
grandson, like his
He was
grandson.
still in Pharaoh's house, right? So there was a priest that they had, and I think Moses asked a question. He was like, "Yeah, well, something about the gods," and the priest was like, "Oh man." He said, the reason why we do this, yo, he admitted it. He said, I don't even believe this myself. He said, but we do it for the money. I was like, wow. Wow. You know, just like, yo, you go to these Christian churches, come on, man. You think they really believe that shit? They doing it for the money.
They doing it for the gram. Even in the Christian church, you doing it for the gram out there.
That's why what it tells you. No man can serve two masters.
Right.
For you'll love the one and hate the other. You can't serve the Most High Mammon. And Mammon goes into what? Money. You know? Yeah, bro. No, that's.
And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do. Neither shall ye walk in their ordinances. So that's just to back you up, brother, what you were saying.
Yeah, yo, get that word ordinances. What's that? Matter of fact, what's that?
Leviticus 18 and 3.
18 and 3. Yo, man, and what's that? That's a law. That's a law. So niggas that's following these ways right now, and America said 18 and 1? 3. But the niggas that's following after these customs and traditions now, yo, you going off, man. You breaking the law. You committing treason. Say 18 and 3, right? Cut everybody. So we're gonna get the word ordinances. blue letter, which it says, which is, see now, check it out. Because now we got laws, statutes, and judgments, right? It says the statute is limit, enchantment, something prescribed, man. Something prescribed. You know, what's the first scripture you think about when you hear the prescribed?
Prescribed.
This is simple, brother. Because they prescribe them. They write it down.
Prescribed.
Yeah, so what it say? They ordered them that prescribed. Damn, man, hold on. Let me see what I got. But but they say they talk about prescribing. You know, basically they write it down. So what they do? You follow these the Constitution and all that shit. They prescribe it. You know. Isaiah 10, yeah. All right, yeah, Isaiah 10 and 1.
Okay.
Start at verse 2. You know? Because to prescribe, that means you're writing it down. So it's telling you there are ordinances you're not supposed to follow after. And you can go into ordinances, and the root word is order. You know, of course, so we live in Babylon, so it's a way that we have to conduct ourselves. But now when they prescribe this what? They prescribe the Yachadah, the jab and all that. That was one of the things, but the brothers ain't taking it. You know, but the everyday life and laws that they have here, of course you gotta follow that because you don't want to get arrested and everything.
Yeah.
That's why it says agree with our adversary while he's in our way. You're supposed to live a simple life, a plain life, not be out here running lawless. And if you follow our laws and the scriptures, the laws, statutes, and the commandments, which you can to the best of your ability and live a simple life, you'll be cool, you'll be peaceful. You know?
Just don't follow after what they say that goes against the scripture.
That's right, Con, that's right. Like, it's cool to be a homo. Oh, yeah, look, right. Nah, man. It's in the law, man. You know? Just like, they just had because this is what, Pride Month? And that's how much they care about you. The fathers, they put Pride Month in June. With Father's Day, what's Father's Day? Sunday, this Sunday? Tomorrow, I think, you know? So, like, niggas is crazy, man. You know, but, they put that in there, and they just had in the church. That's how you know these churches is off. A church in New York City, they just had drag queens celebrating the LGBT. No, matter of fact, they were celebrating Pride Month. And they had a whole ceremony for them, man. You know? This place is done, man. And that's how you know them churches. Them churches are, they're circuses, man.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
That's right.
And that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
See that right grievousness which they have prescribed. You want to that word prescribed, that means they wrote it down. Man. When you get a prescription, what they do, they write it down. They prescribe it. Oh, the doctor prescribed it, so I can do it. Going back into what? Where was that when it talks about the ordinances, man? You know? That's a prescription. That's something that they wrote down. That's a law that they wrote down. What they doing you got your HR 17 Act, the HR 150 something Act, and all that. Those are prescriptions, man. They're prescribing to the people. The same thing that they prescribe to you, which you thought you had, your rights, they're taking them away from you. And you dummies is just, y'all basically willingly giving them away because they keep you entertained, man. You know? So when they bring the hammer down, they can be like, oh, no, look, see this? Yeah, I wrote it down, buddy. Put your glasses on, read that. The king signed it. You know? And the king is who? Trying to figure out a way to take over the whole world, man. Pinky in the brain shit. You know? What we gonna do tonight, brain? Try to take over the world. That's all these niggas is doing, man.
And hey, this is what we want to do, what we should be doing. It's the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 12.
Bring it out.
And be not conformed to this world.
That's right, huh?
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
That's right, Joe. So now that's what happens when you come into the truth, man. You know? Read that again, brother.
God. It's the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 12.
God.
And be not conformed to this world.
Conform. Don't get caught up or bound in it, man. You know? Go ahead.
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Yeah, go ahead. Break it down, bro.
God. And like the brother said, it's about, hey, once you, then what do? You repent. You repent for your sins. You do them no more, and you try to keep the laws to the best of your ability. That's how you're renewed in your mind. Not just thinking about it, but actually doing it, actually repenting for your sins, and actually turning back from your ways and following the law, statutes, and commandments, again, to the best of your ability.
Because when you renew something, that's like, all right, say you got a lease or something, right? Your lease is up. You got to renew it. Start it over. You know? Because you might get behind on it, this, that. So now once you renew it, you got a fresh start to start over and get it right. So when you renew your mind, you got a fresh start. The slate is white clean because the Lord says it's a forgiving power. When you repent, you know, you're starting over. That don't mean go back and keep doing sinning. You're doing it willfully, because once you do that, there's no covering for this. You know, there's no covering, there's no cloak for that.
That ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
That's right. That's it. You gotta prove. That's why you have to prove yourself. You have to be proven. That's why the Lord is gonna put us through Jacob's trouble, man. Which we at the head of that right now. Why? Because you have to prove yourself to Him, man.
To make your calling and election sure.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how you make it sure.
That's right, bro.
Through your faith, too.
Faith without works is dead, man. I got swiftly for you to catch you up with that one. This is Revelation chapter 18:4. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. And when you hear that voice now, that's what we're basically telling you. Come up out of this.
That's right, bro.
Come up out of Babylon. You know what I'm saying? Because if you remain in Babylon, now you're susceptible to the penalties and the punishments of this place. You know? And
you will go off.
That's right.
Believe that.
Right. Why do you think they set up all these different camps, man? The GOCCs and all that. The IUICs, the ISUPKs and all that. Why? Because they know that the apostles are telling the truth, and you have to have stumbling blocks. But it's all according to the word. You know?
And you see all those other camps, they wax worse and worse.
That's right. Yup.
Every week is something. That's another one. Wax worse and worse.
No, you don't bring no weapons again.
Well, how many days do you guys fast?
Well, why is that important? How many days do you fast?
30.
Yeah, all right. Oh, you Muslim. That's not even a whole fast, that's a half a fast.
I'm a student, it's different.
Yeah, you're a Muslim, man. 30 days.
Right.
He's a fucking piece. No, he's full of shit. Because for one, they don't even do a whole fast.
Right.
From sun up to sundown, that's not a full fast, my man. And he need to come up out of that. Because for that, he's going to get destroyed. How many days did you fast? How is that relevant to our salvation right now? First of all, it's none of your business.
Right. Worry about what another man doing.
Yeah, exactly. No? And that's the problem. You think, we fast 30 days. You don't know how many days have you fasted. We ain't telling you.
Right.
You'll know on the Day of Atonement because Israel knows that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when you do your personal thing, your fast is personal. Matter of fact, let's get
Hey, a lot of people fast. And it's
Yeah,
wicked
cut.
as hell.
Yeah, exactly.
That's carnal. That's again. That's
See, them niggas
carnal.
are fast all day.
Right.
Them Islamic niggas, right? And then as soon as the sun get out, oh, let me smoke my ducks. So what the fuck was you fasting
Or
for?
kill each other.
Yeah, good. Good. Yo, grab Matthew chapter 6, verse 16. Baba Bashar. You know, because he asking all that. And then on top of that,
Trying to prove something.
yeah,
Walking
cut.
down the street.
Yeah, but yo, but
continue to walk.
That's a drive-by
Right,
stuff.
right, yeah.
You hit us with a quick one.
What's the movie where they was shooting and then he that's what he did. Yeah, Harlem Night. That's what he did. Yeah, a little revolver. Pow. Right.
Yo, a regular scoffer, they got the big shit.
Right.
That nigga
Right. Come on, man.
punk ass nigga.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 16.
Sort of 15.
15. But if ye forgive not men their trespass, neither will your Father forgive you your trespass.
And that's a heavy one right there, man. Because if you go, like that song from Damon Marley, be careful who you nail upon the cross. You know, you're supposed to forgive to be forgiven. If you can't forgive your brother, how the Lord gonna forgive you, man? And you holding grudges and all that. Go ahead, bro.
Moreover,
Yo,
they sad
that's
countenance.
That's him. That nigga is a fucking hypocrite. Because why would you ask a man how often does he fast, man? Go ahead, bro.
For they disfigure their faces, that they may appear unto men to fast.
Now, when Ramadan comes, yo, everybody know, oh, yo, he's fast. You know what I'm saying? They be out here, oh, man, I can't wait till the sun goes down. Oh, shit. Yo, my breath stink because I'm fasting. Yo, they quick to tell you that they fasted. That's when you get your reward, man.
Verily I say unto you, they have their
reward.
reward. There you go.
That's Yahweh Shah. We gotta get Yahweh Shah.
Yeah.
That's Yahweh Shah speaking.
Moreover, when ye fast, be not as the hypocrites of a sad countenance.
God.
For they disfigure their faces, that they may appear unto men to fast.
God.
For they disfigure their faces, that they may appear unto men to fast.
God. See that?
Verily I say unto you, they have their reward.
God, keep going.
But thou, when thou fastest, anoint thine head and wash thy face.
See that? So now when you anoint yourself, you know, that's why we got anointings at night. And then even when you wake up, you still anoint yourself. So that gives you that confidence, like, yo, I'm good. Like, yo, you're shining. Wash the face. You, how they say, I'm blinging, man. I'm tripping. You know, that's how you supposed to have it, man. Not walking around in misery. You know, oh man, I'm fasting. So what the fuck is you fasting for then? You know? Go ahead, bro.
That thou appear not unto men to fast,
See that? Come on.
but unto thy Father which is in secret.
See that?
And thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee open.
Come on, man. You know? So that shit he just said was irrelevant.
That's it
Fucking
right there.
dickhead.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? You fast in private. Ain't nobody supposed to know when you fast, man. You know? And that's Yahweh Shah telling you that. When you fast, wipe the face on it, you know? Act lively and all that shit, you know? Because a nigga that's hungry,
right. Heard, and you want to be seen. He wanted to be heard, he wanted to be seen.
That's why he said that bullshit.
Right.
How many days y'all fast?
Right. As if I got one up on you.
Yeah, good.
Because this is what we do carnally. Even though we the most wickedest people.
Why he didn't ask the name of the Lord? He should have asked the name of the Lord and all that.
Right.
Man.
Right.
He didn't even ask that.
Right.
Another scoff.
Right. How do I get salvation? How do I praise Yahweh Shemel Shai? How do I make my call and election sure?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you know, you don't see them niggas out here on the street teaching.
Right.
You know where they go in buildings. So if you try to come in that building and say nothing, they jack your ass.
Telling our people to get off the drugs, stop being wicked, follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible.
That's right. No, that's right.
And that's it.
That's right.
That's the whole duty of man.
That's right. Matter of fact. Bring that one. Ecclesiastes. Alright, 12 and faster back my brother up. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13. And it reads, like, yo, you had that song from Jadakiss. Why? He asking all these questions. Why? Why did Dame have to take that flight? Why Aaliyah had to take that flight? And all that. Well, check it out, man. This is the whole duty of man, bro. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. That's it.
That's it.
It says, for the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Come on, man. So you would rather be in the good, man. You know, instead of being that evil. You know? That's the whole conclusion. That's it, man. I don't give a fuck how much you fast, man.
Right.
You know? You can fast and be wicked. You got a lot of men that fast and just still wicked, man. It's the inward parts. Yo, the Lord looks at your inward parts. He looks at your flaws, man. Why? Because He places it. You know?
Amen.
Nigga coming out and talking like shit. Then I don't even hear what he just said. I just see the cross on his neck like, yo, you're about it. You know? Jake always liked to talk shit to them. You know? That shit is so fucking weird. There's no need for that. All that fucking noise for what? But they do all that, man, you know? And yo, man.
Hey, for vain glory.
Matter of fact, can you grab in the last day of the service or something? That's all we see right now. But you know what? Yo, Noah had scoffers. Yahweh Shah had scoffers. But I'm gonna speak about Noah because we're back in that almost in that time. But only with this destruction, because Noah was in the first death. You know, now we're coming up on the second death, and this death is gonna be by fire. You know? So everybody has something to say, something to talk about, and all that till that fucking rain came down. Because back in that time, it didn't rain. Them niggas never saw rain, because while the dew, in the morning you get that morning dew, that's what watered the earth, man. Watered the grass. Because if you ever lived like in the suburbs or something, even in the city, man, and you got grass around in summertime, whatever, you come out in the morning, and it's that morning dew, and you thought it rained, and it ain't even rain. But the grass was wooded, man. You walk through the grass, your sneakers get on the way, you're like, oh shit, the fuck? That's how it was back then, man. You know?
This is the book of 2 Peter, verse 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts,
that's right.
and saying, where is the promise of His coming?
See that? And that's what we do. That's basically what these niggas doing now.
Right.
How much do you fast?
Right.
How many days?
Right.
Yo, I could tell you, nigga, I'll fast 10 days. What does that mean?
Right.
That don't mean shit. You know? Because now you looking at me like, oh, you fast that much? Well, when's your God coming from? Now you got niggas now, man. Like a few years ago, they was talking about, niggas still be saying that. These other cats, man. Ain't no God gonna come out the sky and save you, niggas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they're heavy, man.
Like we're going to save ourselves somehow and rise up as a nation somehow.
That ain't on our own.
Right.
Yo, Esau ain't take us down on his own.
Right.
He had to have the power of Yahweh. Right. That's who was riding with it. Because we went off.
No. For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation.
And that's what they looking at now. Man, I've been here 30, 40 years. Right. The whole head. I've been around 60 years. You know?
Bottom line is we not plugged into our power source.
right.
And that plugging in is this doctrine. The law, statutes, and commandments of this Bible and following it
That's right, bro.
to the best of our ability.
That's right. You know, to back that one up, that was it.
Yeah, come.
Let's go to Romans chapter 3. Because while they saying all that shit, yeah, where's the promise of this covenant? It's just that, okay, brother, just wait for it. That's all you got to do is wait for it.
Book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 1. What advantage then hath the Jew? Or what profit is there of circumcision?
Right.
Much every way, chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of God.
Right.
For what if some did not believe?
Right.
Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
Right.
God forbid.
Right.
Yea, let Yahweh Hashem Yahushai be true, but every man a liar.
That, yo, the Lord's gonna be true, man. And all you niggas out here that's talking that the Lord ain't coming back and this tonight and scoffing, they're gonna be found to be a liar. No? They're gonna be found to be a liar. What's some more on that?
No. As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings,
Right, huh?
and mightest overcome when thou art judged.
Yo, we're gonna be justified in our sins. Why? Because we telling you the truth. We talking about Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man, by Hashem Arachat, and telling you that believe it, you don't want to believe it because you scared of it, because you know that's your ass. The Lord ain't playing with you niggas, man. Y'all running around playing games. Y'all want to continue to be wicked. But it's an expiration on everything. An expiration on everything, even you niggas. You know? It's an expiration date on Babylon. That's why we went through the history in our Daniel the 7th chapter. You know? To tell you, yo, this person took these people down, this person took those people down. They have rulerships and they thought that they was going to rule forever, man. The same way that, yo, you couldn't tell nobody that lived in the Roman Empire that Rome wasn't going to rule forever.
Right.
Because they were seeing the things that Rome was doing. Just like even in the Egyptian Empire. They were seeing the things that the Egyptians was doing. They was like, man, this is a great place, man. This is a great city. No, they were never going to get taken down. But what happened? They got taken out, man. So you think the Lord is not going to do the same thing right here, man? You know? But this is Isaiah, to back you up real quick. This is Isaiah 55 and 11. It says, so shall my word be, I'm going to start at verse 10. It says, for as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so shall my word that goeth forth out of my mouth, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it. Man, talking that shit. You know? Whatever the Lord says is going to happen is going to happen. Whatever, and yo, how you know? Because what? You got the MOTV right now. The system. But you start to see that coming. We've been telling you about inflation, but you seeing that. We've been telling you about the collapse of the dollar, which is about to happen. And yo, Apostle Rumblab, I think it was down there in Jamaica, one of the places. Down the islands, I think they made like the cryptocurrency.
Yeah, Jamaica,
like
Jamaica, yeah.
The
Central Bank Digital Currency,
yeah.
CBDC.
Yeah, that's the main currency now. Down there, and they the first people to usher that in, man. You know, so they're starting, what they do? Gradualism. They're starting low. They're starting slow, man. You know, and then bringing it up.
Hey, there's another precept. The book of Job, chapter 14, verse 5.
Bring it out.
Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee.
See that? Yo, the number of his months. So that's letting you know it's a time limit, man. Just like it was a time limit for us to be in slavery. How you know that? It was a time limit for us to be under the Egyptian Empire. We got delivered from that. Go back to with this guy, Pompey. Matter of fact, that was in hold on. I don't want to say that. But you go on the General Pompey, right? And there you go. General Pompey. He all right. When you read that book, from Babylon and Timbuktu, right? Pompey came on the scene about 65 BC, right? And at that time, they killed over, I think it was from 65 BC to 70 AD, which is a period of 105 years, right? That's they slaughtered the Israelites, man. But it started with Pompey, so it was a time, that's 105 years. That was a time period for them to do that. You know? It's a time period for everything, like the brothers read it right now. You got it, brother.
Back to the top. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee.
Right.
Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Come on, man. It's a line drawn. Like a line drawn in the sand, man. When you play basketball, you got out of bounds. You can't go beyond that. Or you out. You know? So that's a limit that you're dealing with. Even if for all them games, you know, this is a game of the Lord for y'all. So he created the bounds that you can't pass. Once you get to that bound, it's done. Now it's somebody else. You know?
Hey, Lord, this is the Lord movie set.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
He's the author, man.
Yeah.
He's not the author of confusion.
God.
No. Nigga says
Hey.
Matter of fact, we get ended on the MOTB. That's scripture. I think it's one in Revelation 13. Then there's one in Revelation 14.
Book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
And yo, that's not talking about the white woman sleeping with the white woman. It's not talking about the philosophy. It's not talking about the embargo. It's not talking about trading with the about the C to the H to the I to the P, which is they have to implant it inside of the soul. How you know that to be the truth? Look at how the systems are set up right now, where you can tap your phone on the screen.
Central bank digital currency.
Right, that's right. And what they had, they got yo, this dude, he said by the year 2030, he said your smartphone is going to be inside of your body.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So they can track everything that you do, which they're doing it right now. They're tracking everything you do right now through your phone.
Yo, they even had a dude, somebody sent me a video.
Trust me, I know they're tracking.
Yo, they had somebody sent me a video, and there was a dude. He was on a house event. He went to the bowling alley. Now he had the ankle bracelet. That's just for the ring. He was like, he hit that joint. He was like, hello. So his PO, not the PO, but the people that had that joint was on the phone. They was like, what's your location? He was like, I'm at the bowling alley. So she was like, oh, nah. She was like, who gave you permission? He was like, my PO. She was like, oh, we was just calling. He was like, well, if y'all know my location, why are you calling me? She was like, oh, we just following protocol. So that's how you know that they be tracking.
Yeah.
You know, and all that's going to do with that, you know, that thing. That's further. They want to track everybody. They want to track the rest of you sleeping.
Right.
But it says, I said, I will be like the Most High. You gotta go.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
That's why they're trying to take the food hostage. You know what I'm saying? So now, if you don't receive this thing, you can't function in that society. Why they doing that? That's that NWO, that New World State money. So that's why everything is being taken, being skyrocketed until you can't afford it. Now they're going to hit you with this. Boom, if you get this, you're going to be able to afford it. Then they probably throw money on that joint. You know? You take this thing right here and you'll be straight, man. And then that's furthermore, that's furthermore oppressive because they can hit you with any type of tax they want, and if you can complain about it, they'll take it off. They're like, man, what's it about? You won't get nothing. You know, everything right now is digital. That dollar bill is about to be, it's about to be prehistoric. It's about to do it.
And they're going to do it with fear.
That's
they're
right,
going to say, hey, this is going to help you health-wise.
Yeah,
this is going to help you with, you know, people not being able to steal your identity. This is going to help you all types of stuff, all types of madness.
That's right, you saw it.
They didn't want that to come out.
She ain't got mad like I got something. But yo, like you said, health wise, what? It's in Obama. No, who's in office now? Which was what? A part of Obama administration. Oh man, pay attention.
Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count as 666.
666. You know, which that's a bar. That's on the bar. All right. We're gonna go to Revelation chapter 14, and I'm gonna start at verse 10. This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 10. It says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, which is righteous anger. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and the presence of the Lamb. So that's the holy angels in Yahweh when he comes back to destroy this place. And this is why. It says, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever received the mark of his name. You know, so that's going. It's coming. You know, the ones that take that, no, you're done. You're
it's coming.
Man. You know, you take that thing, you're done. It's no
coming back. Yeah, no coming back.
It's no repentance from that. Because why? You have to choose a side. Which side you going to be on? It ain't no wavering, man. It ain't no lukewarm shit with that. Once you take it, you took it. You know? It ain't no you took it, oh, you tried to
take it out.
Yeah. Nah, nigga, you took it, man. Even if you did try to take it out, it might kill you.
Yeah, you gonna cut your blood vessels. Yeah, like, come on, man.
Because, of course, Esau, you know, they capped you, so they put it underneath the something. You know? They slip with it, man. You know? That's it, brother.
That's it.
All right, so with that, man, we're going to give all praises, honors, and glory until Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakal Kadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and great millstone. Shalom to the elect. Until next week, we're going to sing Mawaf Abba Ball.
Mawaf Abba Ball.
Kwam Yashua.
Kwam Yashua.
Shalom. Yeah. He was out here for a two-piece.